So again, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. My name is Roy Jones, and I'm Chief of External Relations here at Eckerd Connects. And I am joined by co-host extraordinaire Hope Cross. Hope, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thanks, Roy, for having us. We are very excited to be on today. I'm the Community Engagement Supervisor for Project Bridge, Central and South Florida. And I've had the blessing to serve with this team for over 8 years, making impact on the lives of youth throughout Central and South Florida all over. And today we have three very special ladies with us. I want to introduce first Anna Lewis, our Vice President of Operations. She's actually been serving youth and families for over 17 years, and she provides management and oversight to all of our juvenile justice programs, early Head Start, prevention, and family wraparound services. So before joining the Eckerd Connects team, Anna served with the Department of Juvenile Justice for about 7 years in Gainesville. And in her 10 years here at Eckerd, she has directly managed 2 reentry programs in South Florida before relocating closer to us in the central area to Orlando. So here we have Anna. Anna, will you go ahead and share a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your amazing team here with Project Bridge?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that brief introduction, Hope. As you've already shared, again, my name is Anna Lewis, and I've been with Eckerd now actually quickly approaching almost 11 years. It has been a fun and wild ride. I've been absolutely blessed to be able to work for such an amazing organization. And with us on the team as well, I also have Claudia Laos. Claudia, you want to do a brief introduction?
Thing I'd love to. I am Claudia Laos. I've been with Eckerd Connects for 17 years, so it's been quite a ride, and I've had the pleasure to work with Anna for quite a bit. I am currently the transitions director for South Florida, and so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And then we also have Alicia Smith Franks.
Hi, thank you. As Anna mentioned, my name is Alicia, and I am the director for Central Florida. I have been with Eckerd Project Bridge for 8 years, and I'm just really thankful to be a part of this organization. And thank you, everybody, for coming and listening to our wonderful program.
Thank you. Hope?
I kind of introduced myself, but I actually have been with Project Bridge for just over 8 years, and I'm really excited. Started out in the career field and moved into community engagement so I could connect with more people and reach more of our community. So I've been doing that now a little over 3 years. And I am excited to say that I have seen tremendous growth, and I just love where our program is and where it's going. So I'm excited to hear more from you guys today.
Well, before we get started, I just want to jump in and just say congratulations, just unbelievable. We've kind of promoted this in advance with the National Association of Workforce Development Programs, making this recognition, making this honor. I'm looking at a document that I think he's on the call today. Curtis Camponi originally submitted, and just some amazing words in here. And I just want to read something that just jumps out at me, and it so touched my heart, and obviously it touched the heart of the Workforce Board. Project Bridge serves the most at-risk youth in Florida, most of which have felonies, little or no experience in the workforce. In addition, these youth suffer from opportunity costs stemming from the previous involvement in the criminal justice system, requiring significant intervention to educate, support, and nurture that they believe that they can change. In addition, Project Bridge has helped remove the stigma associated with employing the reentry population, not only placing youth in jobs, but also educating the community and donors on how they can get involved. This resulted in over $30,000 in gifts, allowing the creation of additional vocational programming for Project 180 and Elite 60, which provides stipends to youth for continuing their vocational education after they leave the Project Bridge program. Project Bridge doesn't want to be remembered for what youth accomplish while in their services, but rather what they continue to accomplish after they leave. Wow, it's just so moving. Again, thank you, Curtis. Curtis, you want to say anything? My goodness, I can't imagine having a broadcast without you and I saying something.
No, sir. I'm just here to listen to these amazing leadership ladies here do their thing. So I'm just here.
But don't get Curtis started.
I know, don't press that button, but well, Curtis, thank you again for your leadership in the past, and thank you for continuing to advocate for our young people and for this team. And we're just so honored and looking forward to hearing from them today. Anna, take a minute and talk about what this award means to you, because I can't shut up about what it means to me. So please take a minute.
It's beyond amazing, honestly. This program has been around 9 years on a 10-year contract with the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice, and we've had a lot of ups and downs, but my goodness, I mean, when I talk about a team that is incredibly passionate about what they do day in and day out, and they don't just do the basic what's required of the contract. They always go above and beyond. They take it to the next level. They're always looking for opportunities to expand. They know how to really connect with the kids, and I think that's a big reason why this program is so successful throughout the state of Florida. I mean, honestly, when you look at our numbers and what we've been able to accomplish, it's truly incredible, and I'm incredibly proud of this team that we have here today. And so when this award was announced, probably about a month or so ago, we were just shocked and absolutely excited about the fact that we were being recognized. It feels like the time has truly come for us to be recognized for all that hard work, because it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that's going into this program every day from wide array of individuals that work for our organization. So very thankful for that.
Thank you so much, Anna. And I love how Curtis said also, that goes a lot with what you were saying, Anna, is that it's not just about the services that are provided while our youth are with Project Bridge, but that full wraparound approach for when they go out of our services, that they are not just released into the environment, that they still have that support. So for a few minutes today, I would love to hear from our panel. We have a couple ladies here who are making it happen. They are fearlessly leading throughout all of Central and South. So let's go ahead and turn it over to Alicia, who leads our Central Florida region.
Thank you, Hope, and thank you, Anna. I'm super proud of this award, because our team, we rock every single day out in the field, but this just kind of puts it all together. My central team is on. Wave if your cameras are on. So I really want to give a shout out to them, because without them, this award would not be possible. It is the blood, sweat, and tears that they put into the community and into the youth that make this award possible. They don't worry about the numbers. They worry about each kid's success. In Central Florida alone, we oversee 6 judicial circuits over 12 counties. So we are servicing roughly over 600 kids a year. So that's huge. And what makes our program unique, kind of like what Anna was saying, is that our youth are the ones that drive the service plans. They're the ones that we sit down with, and they're the ones that tell us, this is what I want. And what our job is to do is to assist them with helping them achieve those goals. All of our youth are offered the opportunity for employment, certifications, and job shadowing. A youth that kind of sticks out in my mind is a kid out in circuit 18. His name is Julio. And the thing that makes these kids so unique is that they don't come from a perfect past. They have a lot of barriers, a lot of things that could get in the way, that could cause them to say, you know what, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to keep going down this path. And this young man has everything stacked against him. He's been in foster care for 7 years. Both of his parents are deceased. When he came out, he worked with our transitional coordinator, Cameron, and got a job working at Home Depot. He worked there part-time, then eventually got promoted to a full-time cashier position. He was actually recognized as Employee of the Month at Home Depot. Right now, fast forward, he's not working at Home Depot, but he's now working at Pizza Hut, where they're now training him to become a manager once he turns 18. In addition to second chances, as you heard, he started at Home Depot. Maybe Home Depot wasn't the fit for him, but we don't just stop there. If a kid needs a second, a third job, we're going to make sure that they are receiving every bit of services that we can offer. In addition to that, we do certifications. This kid got a Ramsec, Barbicide, and also obtained his permit just while working with us. And in addition to that, we don't just start with the employment and the certifications, but we also take it a step further, and we do wraparound GAP meetings with the Department of Juvenile Justice. And this kid has sat on GAP meetings twice, trying to just build the relationship between DJJ and the youth in the community. So this young man just speaks one little touch of a story of all of the success we have with the youth we work with.
Wow. I love how you said that we don't just stop at one job or two jobs or three jobs. It's whatever it takes to help the youth be successful. Thank you for sharing, Alicia. And now for our fearless leader from South Florida, Claudia Laos.
I should get myself off mute first before I start. Really noted.
I can hear you now.
Well, thank you, Anna Roy and Hope, for the introduction. I couldn't be happier to share this award with Alicia. Thank you, Curtis, for the nomination. And of course, thank you to the National Association for Workforce Development for this recognition. I mean, I think Alicia said it really well. You know, it's the blood, sweat, and tears of our team who have really made this possible. Last year, and as we know, the previous year was a challenge. You know, we had this little thing that came and snuck up on us called COVID. And, you know, we quickly adapted into, hey, how do we make this work? And I was just amazed at how staff just quickly thought of ways that we can still function and provide the quality and care services that we always do to our clients and families, despite the challenges. It wasn't a barrier. It was a barrier for a quick second, and then it was like on solution mode. So just kudos to the team for just being so adaptable and just thinking ahead and quickly adapting into change to make sure that that we don't miss on any opportunities to serve our clients. So with that said, the South region is composed of 6 judicial circuits. It encompasses 13 counties, including the Florida Keys, which is my favorite place of all, in South Florida. Our program is very unique. Like Alicia shared, you know, we meet the clients where they're at. Every single client that comes has a meeting to develop their individualized supervision plan. We don't have a cookie cutter approach. We have all the services as Alicia shared. And we don't say, well, everyone needs a certificate, everyone needs employment, everyone needs job shadowing. No, you know, it depends on their age, their background, where they are educationally, where they can, you know, where they can feel more comfortable. And in addition to that, it's just, you know, taking into consideration where they want to go, what they want to do, and having a variety of options for them to accomplish that. It's really, really important to us. Having been with Eckerd for these many years, I've been through several contracts, different service types, and I can tell you that Project Bridge is just so unique. The way that it's been built is for us to have just a team of people support that client for success. It has a quick turnaround of 3 to 6 months. But the beautiful thing, as you shared, Hope, is that aftercare component. It's not just seeing the client be successful while they're with us, but also seeing how well the client will do past the time that they're with us and beyond. And we have an amazing aftercare coordinator who does that. You know, she just does. She's so caring, and that's such an important component. It's not in a job description. It's just the quality, you know, that we're blessed that our team possesses, is caring for the clients and families that we serve. And so we've been really successful. I want to say that we've been again blessed with that aftercare component and being able to implement that for Project Bridge to see the success of our clients continue beyond our program and not just while they're with us.
Wow. Yeah. The thing that just keeps popping in my head, and it's so special to hear your passion for working with young people. And at least I'm glad you said kids. I say it all the time, and I know they're not all kids, and I know a lot of them are young adults, and in some states, of course, um, adults as well. And so, but it is so special just hearing your passion for these young people. Take a minute and talk about the benefits to employers. And maybe Anna, you might want to touch on that, and then both Claudia and Elisa take a minute and talk about how each of your regions do that.
Sure. So when it comes to employers, I think it's especially important that we are getting out into the community and establishing those relationships, because at the end of the day, we want to keep an open line and flow of kids that could potentially be matched with job opportunities. And so it's kind of a two-way street, right? So initially when this project rolled out, the intent was for these employers to come out, share a little bit more about what it is that they do as far as their field, and gauge the interest of the kids and offer them some job shadowing opportunities, and try to do that career-based mentoring approach, right? And so we started rolling that out, which was really successful. And since then, it's really grown over the years. We've been able to be matched with numerous employers, and that's just opened up the doors for us and continues to open up even more doors. So for us, being able to give that exposure to our kids and letting them see what the world truly is like, and what, like, all the options that are out there for them to pursue. So Claudia or Alicia, I'm not sure who would like to go next to talk a little bit more about the employer piece.
I can go ahead and go. Just to piggyback off what Anna's saying, when our career coaches work with a youth on getting a job, it's not just creating a resume or just following up on a job lead. We are physically taking them to interviews. We're sometimes taking them to 2 interviews, and we're coaching them up. Maybe it's not a perfect interview, but we talk to them after the fact. Where did it go wrong? What are ways that we can mend this and make it better? If a kid leaves a job unexpectedly and doesn't do it the professional way, we circle back with that employer and try to do it as a coaching opportunity for our youth. So the employers see that. They see a young person coming into the workforce, making some of the similar mistakes that maybe they did, and they're going, wow, they have somebody mentoring them through this process. So a lot of times it starts like that, and the employer will pull, the career coach to the side and say, what do you do, and what exactly is it, how are you connected? And we say, we're, a career coach. We're helping this young adult kind of get into the workforce. Some of the things we do are certifications, life skills, and just helping them get that job. And that employer sees that kid, that young adult, sorry, I said kid again, has a support network, has somebody in their corner that is going to help them continue to be successful despite the little hiccups they make. And that employer says, you know what? Do you have 3 more kids just like this kid? And that's how that relationship starts. So what starts as just us getting a kid a job at a Pizza Hut can mold into an even bigger relationship for the next kid that comes out that needs a job. So that's how this program has been so successful, because we've been doing this for several years, and our career coaches are fantastic at taking a small opportunity and growing it into a relationship with employers. And what we give the employer is a youth ready to work. We bring them a youth that is going to have a support system. We're going to make sure that they can have a way to get back and forth to work, certifications. And then if the employer sees that the youth isn't maybe holding up their end of the deal, maybe not following through on certain aspects, we have that relationship that they can tell us what's going wrong so that we can try to intervene and fix it before something else happens. So they get an amazing young adult trying to enter the workforce, and their employers respect the fact that we are there to support the kid despite whatever may happen, good or bad, with that employment experience.
Thank you, Alicia. And I'm just going to chime in here for a little bit. Absolutely, building those relationships, as Anna shared, we've been in existence with Project Bridge for the past 9 years. So building those relationships has been extremely important and beneficial for our clients. It's not just starting that relationship, but cultivating it and continuing it throughout, so that we can offer our clients an array of opportunities within the work field, because not everyone wants to work in a specific field. Just so we can have, just a variety of options for our clients is extremely important. And I think specifically in this day and age, I think most people have experienced that, employers are desperate to employ. We have a lot of vacancies going on in various industries, and just so it's been beneficial to our employers to have that relationship with us right now, to be able to reach out to Project Bridge and say, hey, do you have someone who may be a good fit for this position or whatnot? So I think it's been beneficial to both the employers as well as us to have that. And it's also really important that we stay on top of the industry demands as well as our clients' interests, to just present the best plan possible for our clients and be able to provide that, and not not be limited on what we can offer our clients.
Thank you, Alicia and Claudia. What you guys keep talking about, I keep hearing the word individualized. I keep hearing that. Can you share with us a little bit about the type of youth that you serve, and share some personal stories with us about these young people? And whoever would like to start.
Sure, I'll start this time. All right. Well, we serve at-risk youth, as we shared initially. They're at risk financially, emotionally, mentally, personally, and just with a variety of other many risk factors. So adding to that, the fact that we're working with a population of young adults, teenagers, most, and it's not the easiest population to work with, but we're always up to the challenge. We love seeing our clients succeed. And sometimes we know that we're just planting that seed, right? Sometimes they're ready for the change right there and then, and sometimes they're not ready to make the change right there and then in 1 year or two, it just clicks on them, and they're like, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember what that Miss Hope told me about this 2 years ago, right? And so we love that. We love that because at least we're initiating or planting that seed for that future change, and not, even though it's not happening in front of us. We'd love for it to happen in front of us, but it doesn't always happen that way. So one story that comes to mind is this youth, Giovanni. He's out of our Judicial Circuit 19 in Fort Pierce. So he just participated in this activity that our Marvelous Circuit 19 manager put together, a Shark Tank activity for our clients. And it was super fun to be able to give the clients the opportunity to just think through, what could they present and what could they provide, for a small business startup. So this youth, Giovanni, participated into Shark Tank to open a small business. He's been part of the Elite 60 program, which is our entrepreneurship and leadership program. And he's also going to be applying for funding with the Hunt Foundation, who we received a grant from. So we're super excited about that. He's interested in starting his own shirt printing business. So we're looking into that. We're looking for avenues, and that's super exciting to me, because it's not only an opportunity for the client to be able to, to expand into that or look into that, but it also, as staff, it keeps us engaged, and it keeps us just all the time looking for new things. I mean, we don't know anything about shirt printing, right? But all of a sudden we're talking about it, and who knows, maybe it expands into more and we can provide it to more clients. And so that's the whole idea with Project Bridge. I think it's an extremely innovative program that is just continuously looking to grow and continuously looking to adapt and do more things. It doesn't stay stagnant at all. I can tell you that, ever, especially with Hope.
Very true.
Wow. I that small business startup, kudos. And I believe that manager is Miss LaShawn Norwood, who
Yes.
started Shark Tank in her area to help that. So thank you for sharing that. Let us know how we can help with Giovanni, because I need to order some shirts. So Alicia, will you share a couple stories or a story from your heart today too?
Absolutely. So, the way that I got introduced to this youth was earlier this week. I got the email blast where it goes reply all, reply all, reply all, reply all, and it's 100 emails going back and forth about this young man who just got his GED. So he comes from Circuit 6, and for anybody that knows, Circuit 6 is going to be your Pinellas Pasco area. Very difficult area, a lot of high crime area. And this young man is just defying the odds over there. He's 17 years old. His name is William. When he first came to us, he came in at 17 and said, much like Claudia said, we meet them where they're at. He said, I don't really want a job right now, but my passion is to get my GED, and then I want to be a barber. So we started with the GED side of things. He just got his GED, but in the meantime, what our workforce has done over there is they've actually matched him with a barber shop over there, and he is actually job shadowing them every Monday, learning the real on the job skills. And he's not getting paid, but he's learning a huge valuable experience during those Monday sessions. In addition to that, they're in the process of helping him apply for the barber program over at Pinellas Technical College. But in the meantime, what sparked that idea or that interest to even want to enroll at P-Tech was that they did a college tour over there. So we're not only just like going off of what they might think that they want, we're also exposing them to different jobs and different fields that they may not have even thought of. So what is kind of just sad and heart touching at the same time is this kid, William, had an opportunity to get a scholarship through Clearwater for Youth. And when the program manager reached out to this youth's mom and was like, hey, can you give us some feedback and help us out with this? Her response was literally, he's 17 years old. When he's 18 years old, just have him out of my house. So this is a young man who doesn't have a mom or a dad at home saying, cheering them on, pushing them, driving them to want to be successful. And this young man has Project Bridge doing that. So he, in addition to just getting his GED, he did obtain and receive a scholarship for him to attend barber school from the Clearwater for Youth. They awarded him $3,500. And then Eckerd came back and said, we're going to match it. So this young man has $7,000 to start his career going to a trade program at P-Tech to become a barber. Outside of that, he just got his driver's license, and we're still tracking him. He finished probation, and he said, you know what, I just can't leave Project Bridge. You guys are my cheerleaders. And like Claudia said, we have programs that not only after they leave us, we follow them. And so we are going to make sure that he not only gets enrolled in P-Tech, but we're going to make sure that when he does graduate P-Tech, that we're in the audience cheering him on.
And Alicia, I have a little more good news about Mr. William. So our education director, Christoph Johnson, and I just got off the phone not too long ago. And Mr. William has been awarded another $2,000 scholarship through our PNC grant. So go ahead and make sure. William doesn't know yet unless he's on this call. So I just wanted to share that with you. So congratulations. Thank you for sharing that. And I cannot wait to see that young man with his scholarships enrolled in P-Tech.
That's awesome, Hope. I know Marvin's on. Marvin's over there probably smiling from ear to ear. He doesn't have his camera on, but I can just envision it.
Oh yeah, Marvin doesn't know either.
You know it. I'm smiling ear to ear. Thank you so much, Hope, Christoph.
That is awesome. Ooh.
Awesome. Well, I got to use that opportunity to again thank those businesses that step up and help us by sponsoring these success awards. It's not always used for scholarships, like in William's case. sometimes it is, but many times it's used for transitional expenses. Now, these would be expenses that are incurred over and above our local funded contracts. You know, it might be for transportation needs back and forth to work. It might be for transitional housing. A lot of times a young person gets a job, but you know, they don't have that security deposit for their first month to be able to move in, first month's rent, that kind of thing. Could be for work clothes, could be for a new laptop in a job that requires them to have one. So again, I just want to throw that out there. Thank you so much. If you're a business and you've helped us in the past, and if you're a business and you haven't helped us, hey, now's the time. You've heard some great stories about some amazing young people that have broken the cycle of poverty, have turned their lives around, and with the help of this team, truly have changed their lives and now working in full employment. I want to take just a second, and I don't know, Anna, if you want to answer this, or you could have Claudia or Lisa answer this, or maybe all three want to answer this. But diversity is a big deal at Eckerd Connects. Every time I go to work, you know, I feel like this is a little bit of what heaven's going to be like, because there's a little bit of all kinds of people that are plugged into Eckerd Connects, both as clients and employees. But talk about diversity and inclusion. Um, the number of clients that are from minority, underserved communities, the number of staff. Talk to us about that, because it really is important to businesses now, and it's a real priority at Eckerd. So take a minute and talk about that.
Sure. So we currently serve over 307 youth on a daily basis between Central and South Florida, and we serve all kinds of youth from different areas and ethnicities. And you know, it's been interesting because we also have a team of staff, excuse me, that really mirror the different ethnicities and varieties of individuals that we work with. And so we're always able to try to match team members with kids and make sure that we're keeping in mind different cultures and things of that nature, and we're respectful of that. And so I think that we've done a great job over the years of being mindful of that and trying to implement different strategies to ensure that we're reaching the kids and to the full maximum potential, I would say. So Claudia or Alicia, anything you want to add to that one?
Thank you, Anna. Yes, absolutely. As Anna shared, we have diversity is really big, not only amongst our staff, but amongst the population that we work with. And I can tell you, sometimes it just changes from circuit to circuit, even within the same region. And so we're very aware of that as to how culture really sometimes plays a role in, you know, in the clients that we serve and how we're going to serve them, and taking that into consideration and applying it accordingly. You know, in the past, I want to say in the past couple of years, it's been really a big focus for us, and especially in the past year, I would say, we try to promote diversity. We have a team of staff who serve in a committee, who, you know, do different presentations from different cultures. You know, we celebrate Black History Month, you know, Hispanic Heritage Month, just, you know, just to put out there, hey, you know, we are all one, we're all equal, and trying to promote that as much as possible amongst our team and among, you know, and with our staff. And we invite everyone. We invite our providers, our community partners, our staff, our clients. So we all are, you know, having that opportunity to learn about just different, you know, just diversity, sorry, you know, just across all cultures.
And just to piggyback off of what everybody's saying, we've taken cultural diversity to another level, and we've incorporated it into our events. We've done different ethnic background, and we focus on the food. And we had an event out in Circuit 13 where they actually brought in a bunch of universities and fraternities and sororities, and they did a just kind of opening people up to different cultures and kind of making it making it very inclusive. And not only are the kids we service very, different culturally, our staff are too. So we really push for our staff just to hone in on their background, share with us. If you got something really cool that we don't know about, like, let's build something off of that. So I feel like our team does a really good job embracing staff with different culture backgrounds, but also bringing that to light for the youth that we service as well.
That's powerful. Yeah, I know nationwide, and it differs, as you pointed out, from office to office, region to region, program to program. We work in 20 states, over 100 offices nationwide. Um, Depending on how you add it up, about 2,000 employees and mentors, part-time and full-time. The population is very diverse. It's about 50% of our employees are people of color, and in our workforce programs, which this is being one of them, it's more than 65% of the clients we serve are people of color, and so it really is, as you said, a melting pot of just unique views, unique backgrounds, and we're all made stronger by leaning into one another. So very special. Thank you so much for sharing that, ladies. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, and I keep hearing over and over again just about the lives that are being changed between Giovanni and William. I love this, and it sounds like these young people are coming to us. Maybe they're coming to us as kids, but we know that one day they're going, if not now, they're going to be responsible for their own lives, their own independent living. So, share with us a little bit about the success rate of the youth and the young people that you guys are working with, as well as any stories of the youth who have really just taken off and maybe even grown up within our services since you guys have been here. So, I don't know who wants to start, Alicia or Claudia, but I'm excited to hear the answer to this question.
Okay, I'll start. Well, having been here since the beginning of Project Bridge 9 years ago, I can tell you that from year to year, our program has only gotten better. We have a really high success rate from a percentage standpoint. We have, somewhere between 85-90% success rate with our clients. Currently, it didn't start out that way. It was definitely, we've grown and we've learned and we've kind of mastered our craft, in the past 9 years. But we today we are highly successful with the youth and families that we serve. I can give you a little bit of background to that from a workforce perspective. Just last year, 2021, 300 clients across South Florida region received an industry recognized certificate with Project Bridge, and 144 clients were placed in employment. And I mean, for a program who, can serve 142 clients, rolling clients, of course, an average of about 500 or 600 a year. That's a really high number, keeping in mind that not all the clients come to us for certificates or employment. Some of them come, as we shared, for job shadowing or, or other services or just education.
Or they're younger. It just makes me think, I know that you serve some younger teenagers as well, some
Absolutely.
preteens, and so they're not really ready for employment, but helping them with their school skills and character building and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And I feel like the mentoring component is a really strong component of our program as well. We have mentors for both who are internal, and we have mentors who are external, and Hope kind of helps lead that for both South and Central Florida to help build that pool of mentors who can really support our clients while they're here, because we know that, our clients could really use that one supportive adult who can help guide them, or who can be that one phone call that they make, right? if they're about to get in trouble or are about to make the wrong decision, unfortunately. So I think that mentoring component is really key to the success of our program, as well as our aftercare, which we've really which we've already talked about. I do have a story that I want to share, and this story is actually, it's been shared in the past, but for those of you who don't know, we had this client named Cortez, and Hope is very familiar with Cortez's story, and I think so is Anna and Roy. Cortez is one of those clients that has been in continuous contact with us. One of the things we love is that sometimes our clients come and they just don't want to let go, and we're perfectly okay with that. We love that. Because if we can be of support, again, beyond just our program, we feel like that's amazing. We'd rather you reach out to us than reach out to the wrong peer or someone who's not going to be a positive influence. But just to share a little bit of Cortez's story, he's an unusual case because he was actually born into a very loving family. His world kind of started really falling apart when his parents got divorced, and then his mom fell ill, and then he bounced from house to house. They had trouble really keeping up with stable housing. So then that led to him starting to get in trouble with the law, and ended up getting shot multiple times. He was very blessed in the sense where he wasn't shot in any vital organ, but he was shot multiple times. He was very fortunate in the sense that he made it through that, and his dad just decided to take him out of that environment. And so when Cortez went to a level 8 high-risk program, residential program, and then came to Project Bridge, I think by the time he came to Project Bridge, he was very receptive and ready for that change. So while he was with us, he was certified. He received his vocational certificate. He got his ID card. He graduated high school with us, which was super, super exciting. He enrolled in our Elite 60 Leadership and Entrepreneurship program. He was featured in our Cooking Up Success program with Hope Cross as well. He's enrolled in Miami-Dade College, about to start his classes. And through our Elite 60 program, we were also able to help him start up his small business in sweet treats. So, he's really someone that makes me smile. It makes the late nights and all the effort really, it makes you really feel good to be able to see that type of success come out of your program and say, we did this, and especially our field staff, they really get all the credit. And we have, just really an amazing team of people that help drive this and support this. So Cortez is really someone that I hold very dear and near my heart.
That's special.
And I want to share too, as we've mentioned, like the fact that we're successful with them when they're in our services is fantastic, but what happens after we are gone is what really did it stick. And one of the biggest factors that we follow is a year from the date of them leaving our services. We track them to see did it stick? Did what we do actually make an impact? And I'm so proud of this. We are sitting at an 85% rate of success after they've left us, not reoffending, not going back through the judicial system. And that to me is one of the biggest measures that says we made a difference. That measure has been sitting around an 85% since we've been tracking it since July 1st. So I'm very proud of that measure. And I've been around long enough. I joke that I'm going to be at one of these kids' weddings because they don't just leave us. They call us. The staff that have been here for multiple years, I can't even tell you how many times you'll get a random phone call or a random text message, and it's a year or 2 years after they've left us, 3 years after they've left us, and they're like, "Hey, Miss Deborah, I just want to tell you I'm doing good. I'm still working. I've got this program I'm attending. I'm doing this." So that is when the staff know that they've made a difference in these kids' lives, because they reach out to us because they want us to know that it's stuck, that the success actually made a difference. And I would be doing us a disservice if I did not brag about Mr. Luke Kane. Luke Kane, I think, is like our mascot for Project Bridge, if you had one. Luke Kane is not only a special person because he came through Project Bridge and was successful, but he is now taking it a step further and mentoring other youth that we work with. He is like talking to them, getting on their level, telling them you can be successful. And Miss Hope shared with me, I mean, this young man came from foster care system, very little support. And we've helped this young man not only get through culinary school, he was awarded pots and pans and everything you can think and more. They helped him get a car, helped him get car insurance. And Hope shared with me, this young man is only, I think, how old is he, Hope? 21?
20.
20 years old, has over $10,000 saved. I mean, what 20-year-old that comes from hardly anything, worked from the ground up, has hit barrier after barrier after barrier, and still has managed to not get in trouble, continue to advocate for himself and the people around him, and saved over $10,000 for himself so that he can continue to be successful. And Luke Kane is just a tip of the iceberg. He is our loudest success, I would say, because he loves to promote Project Bridge. But we've got multiple stories that are right behind him that literally echo the same thing. And Rebecca, our discharge specialist, she's the one who follows and tracks the kids and just checks in with them a year after the fact, just to see how they're doing, see if there is any support that we can provide them. And we stumbled upon a young man, and like Claudia said, they're not always ready when we're working with them. But this young man had one test left to accomplish his GED. And he was like, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. So we successfully discharged him. And we said, when he's ready, he'll let us know. And he reached back out, talked to Miss Rebecca, and said, I'm ready. So our program doesn't say, well, you're not on our active census, so we're not going to work with you. Our program says, how can we make this work? So Barron, our GED instructor, and Christoph worked with this young man and found him a GED testing site, got him enrolled, paid for the test, and he graduated. That right there, that kid knowing that he can reach out after the fact when he's ready, and we're going to be ready to help him, it just speaks volumes to why our program is so successful, and it speaks volumes to the team. Our team is not just let's stay in the box. Our team is let's take it a step further.
I would like to add to, I love hearing these stories of these young people. What you guys don't know is Tuesday night at church, Luke Hain showed up at church. He brought another young lady, graduate from Project Bridge, with him, and said she's got a lot going on. She needs to be in church. And then afterwards, we proceeded to Wendy's, and they continued to talk about starting small businesses, getting the school degrees out of the way. And Luke Hain was going to join us today, but today he's traveling to West Palm to speak at a Dale Carnegie event. And Roy, you will be so pleased to know, he said, Miss Hope, if I get to win, just know Project Bridge is getting a donation because I want to see the success continue for these young people. And I'm like, oh my goodness, if I could just wrap you and put you in a box and carry you with me, it'd be awesome. So these are amazing stories, and it's because of the team. It's because of the team. So Roy, I thought you'd like to know that.
Special. Hope, take just a minute before we open it up to questions from our listening audience today. Talk about what the Elite 60 is, how that and how that's different from Project 180, what the two programs are. And I know, it's one of the reasons why we have young people like Luke Kane, like William, that stay engaged. But talk about some of those programs and how business people and business owners can get involved and support that.
Absolutely. So our Project 180 was started because we saw that, yes, Great things were happening when our youth were in our services, they were graduating, but sometimes they did need a little extra help. So through success awards and fundraisers, donations, just people out there wanting to give, we were able to create Project 180. And what that is our successfully discharged young people, when they graduate, they continue to receive those life skills, those educational and vocational type of workshops that help get them over the humps that they might still be going through, while they receive a stipend to take care of any needs. Maybe it's shoes for a job, or an outfit for a job, or a computer for school, whatever the need is. We are able to help them with Project 180. And then our sister program, Elite 60, is a type of program. It is similar, but what that does is it allows our young people to hear every single week. They get to hear from different business leaders. They get to hear from different owners of businesses and just leaders in the community from all over the United States. They've been able to come on these virtual services, and what they do is they learn about these different type of experiences, different jobs, different careers that they could have, and they receive a stipend for attending those sessions. And included with that is a small business startup project. So our youth get inspired. They want to learn how to start a small business. They want to learn how to take care of themselves and their family and continue to break that chain of poverty in their lives. And with that, our youth are able to start these small businesses. They're able to really just break off the chains that have hung around the necks of their families for generations and say, this is not going to be me and my family any longer. We're gonna break through this. If it is starting a t-shirt business, if it is starting a sweet treats business, whatever it is starting, our kids are inspired. Project 180 and Elite 60 have inspired them to think outside the box and to start thinking, hey, I can do this. I can do something different. I can be someone, and I'm going to go out here and I'm going to make a new path for myself. And a lot of our kids, they're starting to think about their future families. So they're starting to think, if I have children, or maybe they have children already, I want them to have more. I want them to have something I never had. So they're creating a new legacy for themselves, and that is because of Project 180 and Elite 60.
Awesome. Well, I asked my question, and that was a great answer, Hope. Anybody else have any questions for Anna, Alicia, Claudia, our panel? Any questions at all from the audience? Just speak up. Always the hard part. Nobody wants to speak up. Very good. Well, again, thank you, panelists. You did a great job. Thank you so much. Such a well-deserving program, being named Program of the Year. And, I know we've got a few of our leaders that are going to be going to Las Vegas to receive that award next week. So safe travels to you. Don't get in too much trouble out there. And I'm sure you'll represent us well. So thank you so much. With that, if you're a business, if you know someone that works at a company, please tell them about Project Bridge. You might have a job opening. They might have some employment needs. They might like to mentor. They might like to speak at one of the Elite 60 meetings. There's lots of ways to get involved and help us. So please do that. Just reach out to us. Anna, if somebody wanted to reach you to volunteer to help with one of these programs, what's the best way to do that?
You can definitely send me an email. My email address is N as in Nancy, LEWIS as in Sam @Eckerd.org, and I'm happy to put that in the chat as well.
Thank you so much, Anna. And thank you again, panel. You did a great job, and looking forward to having you all back again. And please reach out to us. Thanks again for being engaged, everyone. We appreciate you all so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.